What's good to all the real ones out there? It's your boy Real, back with another video. Today's video, day number 2, NBA picks. If you didn't catch yesterday's video, record for both just picks and the against the spread pick is down below. Hopefully you did better than I did, or you did just as well as I did. Just don't do worse, right? Alright, let's go ahead and look at today's schedule for October 23rd. It looks like there are 10 games on the schedule. First game we'll be looking at is the Indiana Pacers at the Detroit Pistons. Pacers are a 5.5 point favorite. Oh, I know this thing opened about 4.5. Looks like on the Pacers side, there's going to be a injury to Isaiah Jackson. And on the Detroit side, there are injuries to Bobby Clintman. I believe that's a rookie. And Asur Thompson. Hopefully I said that right. Let's see. Yeah, Clintman has to be a... They don't even have a picture on him on Yahoo Sports. So I'm assuming he is a rookie or some sort of undrafted player. We know how good Indiana was last year and how bad Detroit was last year, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the safe bet and go with the Pacers to come out on top on this one. Game number 2 we'll be looking at is the Brooklyn Nets at the Atlanta Hawks. Let's see. Atlanta Hawks are 6.5 point favorites. Injuries for the Brooklyn Nets: Trendon Watford, Day'Ron Sharpe, and Bojan Bogdanovic. I'm trying to look and see here who is Sharpe. Sharpe, he's not the starter, right? Claxton is the starter. Claxton is the starter, I believe, for the Nets. So he's a backup player. Not that big of a deal. And then for the Hawks, we have Seth Lundy, Dominic Barlow, and Cody Zeller all out. I'm gonna go. Man, I'm trying to look at the who's even on the Nets anymore. You know. Let's look at their roster real fast. You have Schroeder, Simmons the backup, Finney Smith, Nick Claxton, Cam Johnson, and Cam Thomas. That's a solid squad. But I know last year they weren't all that great. And then for the Hawks, you have Trey, Jalen Johnson, Clint Capella, DeAndre Hunter, and Dyson Daniels. Atlanta is a big favorite in this game today. 6.5 points. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and go with the Hawks for game 1, but I think Brooklyn could actually make that a really close game. The next game we'll be looking at is the Orlando Magic at the Miami Heat. 2 Florida teams going at it. For the Magic, no injuries are noted. And for the Heat, Josh Richardson will be out. Orlando has a solid squad. I mean, if you look at the Wagners, Paolo, I think Carter Jr. still there, right? Carter Jr. Let's look at the roster here. Paolo, Jalen Suggs, Wendell, Franz, Caldwell Pope. That's a solid squad. And then you have like Cole Anthony as a backup, Jonathan Isaac as a backup. They have a solid squad. And then for Miami, of course, you got Jimmy. You got Bam, Rozier, Hero off the bench, Hawkes off the bench, Tyler Hero. Did I say Tyler Hero twice? I think I did. Jimmy Butler, man, you don't know what to get out of Jimmy Butler nowadays, to be honest, though. Sometimes he's really good, sometimes he's like, eh. Miami, I believe, is a 1.5 point favorite. I'm going to go with the dog. I'm going to go with Orlando Magic to win this one. Next game, we'll be looking at Milwaukee Bucks and the Philadelphia 76ers. On the injury report, you have Giannis and Chris Middleton. I think Giannis is questionable to play. He's going to be a game time decision. And then on Philly side, you have Embiid and George. That's two big parts that are going to be missing. Actually, I mean, Middleton, he's a semi-big part. And Giannis, if he doesn't play, that's going to be huge. You do still have Dame Lillard and Bobby Portis, Brook Lopez. Torian Prince will probably get the start tonight. Gary Trent Jr. is pretty good. And then on the Sixers side, I know they still have Tyrese. Who else do they have? Kelly Oubre. Caleb Martin. I'm gonna go with Milwaukee on this game. They are 3.5 point favorites. I'm gonna go with them. Next game we'll be looking at Cleveland Cavs, Toronto Raptors. The Cavs are a 6.5 point favorite, even though they're on the road. I think this is pretty simple, but let's look at the injury reports. You have Max Strus and Emily Bates out for the Cavs. And then for the on the injury report for the Raptors, you have Kelly Olynyk, RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett is a big part of their squad. Is he playing today? I don't see anything on him. Let's see. He says he's out. Will be reevaluated again ahead of their October 23rd opener. So RJ might be out for the game. I'm going to go with Cleveland, though. Cleveland has a solid squad, and none of their big players are going to be out, so I'm taking them. Next game on the schedule, we have the Chicago Bulls at the New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans are a 6.5 point favorite. I'm going with the Pelicans. Easy. Pelicans all day. No injuries for the Bulls. I don't know. The Bulls they're just whack last year. I mean, I know they got some new guys on the squad. Jose Alvarado is a game time decision. Zion has an illness. He's a game time decision, but he should play, right? I mean, his first game of the year. Let's see. If Zion doesn't play, though, that's going to be huge. He just has an illness. DeJounte is out as well. Dang, all those guys are game time decisions. Alright, change my mind. Actually, you know what? We're going to stick with the Pelicans, and then you'll see what I do after. Alright. Next game on the schedule, we'll be looking at, who are we looking at? Charlotte Hornets at the Houston Rockets. Rockets 7.5 point favorites. You have Daquan Jeffries, Josh Green, and Mark Williams out for the Hornets, or on the injury report for the Hornets, and Steven Adams on the injury report for the Rockets. The Rockets, I mean, they were really bad last year, but I think they're going to take a step forward this year. They got some good young players. Let's go ahead and look at the Rockets roster. They have Fred VanVleet, Jabari Smith Jr., Sengun, Dylan Brooks, and Jalen Green as their starters. I mean, that's solid. Jalen Green just got an extension, so you know he's going to ball out. VanVleet, even though he's getting old, and I believe Aaron Holiday is his backup, which, you know, he's a solid backup, so, I mean, what can you, can't really say nothing bad about the point guard position. I'm looking at it now. VanVleet's only 30. How come I feel like he's been in the league for like 15 years? I don't know. Okay. So you have that, and then you also have the Hornets. Let's look on the Hornets side real quick. You have LaMelo. As far as I know, he's the only star player on the team, but let's look at the LaMelo, Miles Bridges, Mark Williams, Josh Green, Brandon Miller. I'm going with the Rockets. Rockets is going to dominate. Hopefully. We'll see. 7.5 points is a lot of points to give up, though. Next game on the schedule, we have the Memphis Grizzlies at the Utah Jazz. Let's see. On the injury report, you have Kemp Spencer, Luke Kennard, and Jaren Jackson Jr. for the Grizzlies. And then for the Jazz, you have Johnny Juzang. Is Jaren Jackson out for today? See, you got an injured hammy. That could... I think Jackson is out. You still have Ja. Who else do they have on Memphis? Desmond Bane. So Aldama will probably start today. Zach Edey, the new center for the Grizzlies. That big boy, 7'4". Marcus Smart is there. That's a solid squad. And then you have on the Jazz, I know you have Laurie. Laurie's there. Let's look at the roster. Keontae George. John Collins is there. Oh, he's been there, I think. Colin Sexton. Taylor Hendricks. Is he their power forward? I think so. Point guard position of the backup, you have Patty. He's getting old, but he can still score a little bit for you. Jordan Clarkson off the bench, 6-man. This is going to be a close game. But I like the potential of the Jazz, especially with Ja. I'm going to go, not the Jazz, the Grizzlies. So I'm going to go with the Grizzlies. Next game on the schedule, Phoenix Suns at the Clippers. The Suns are 5.5 point favorite. The Clippers, I think, have no one. You have like Terrence Mann and Kawhi's out. You have James Harden, Zubac, Norman Powell. I mean, they got decent guys. But you have the big three. You got, for Phoenix, you have Devin Booker. You got Beal, KD. Let's look at the injury report. The injury report for the Suns shows Damian Lee, Josh Okogie, and Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen is good. He be hitting them threes. Okogie is solid as well. And then on the Clippers side, you have PJ Tucker. He ain't playing. He just doesn't want to be there. Kawhi's out. Mo Bamba. I'm going to go with the big three of KD, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker. You also have a solid center position. You got Nurkic and Plumlee. And give Bol some time. Let him play a little bit, you know? All right. Last game on the schedule we're looking at today is the Warriors at the Portland Trailblazers. I mean, what can I say? You have on the injury report Steph Curry, but I think he's going to play. And then on the Blazers, we have Matisse Thybulle, Shaden Sharp, and Robert Williams III. Robert Williams III is a dog down there, but I don't know if he's going to be playing today. Says he got an injured hammy. 5.5-point favorites towards the Warriors. The Warriors, everybody's sleeping on the Warriors this year. I mean, I might be biased because I'm a Warriors fan, but they're so deep. They can literally play 12, 13 people. I mean, I'm sure they're not going to play 12 or 13 people, but if somebody needs rest, boom, input somebody else. Input somebody else, you know, on any position. Because everybody's just about around the same height as well. They're all about 6'3" to 6'7", everybody on the squad. I mean, if you look at the depth chart, you have Curry at the point, and then his backups are D'Anthony Melton, and Podziemski. And then if you look at shooting guard, you have Podziemski, Hield, Melton, Moody, GP2. Look at the small forward. You have Wiggins, GP2, Kyle Anderson, Moody. It's like they're all interchangeable parts, except for the center position, which I guess they're going to play Draymond at the center. They're going to be playing a lot of small ball this year. I don't know how I feel about that. I really wish we could get one solid big, because I think the tallest guy on the squad is going to be like 6'9", which is not big for a center, but they're going to try to run. I mean, that's all they can do, just run. But the Warriors are 5.5-point favorites, so I'm going to go ahead and go with the Warriors to win tonight. Now, my one against the spread pick is going to be, I wasn't going with Indiana over Detroit. It was at 4.5, now it's at 5.5, so everybody's going with the Pacers. But that extra point scares me. Because winning by 5, winning by 6, I mean, that is a big difference. So I'm going to go with the Chicago Bulls. I always hate those Bulls. I forgot why. But if Murray's game time decision, he might be out. Zion might be out. And Jose Alvarado might be out. I'm going to go with the Bulls to make a surprise. And they might not win the game, but I think it'll be a close one. Because you still have Zach LaVine there, Kobe White, Lonzo coming off the bench, Josh Giddey's a new addition, and he's always been solid at touching little girl. Solid. Vucevic. So they got a solid squad. I don't know why I was hating on them so bad earlier, but I'm gonna go with 6.5 plus 6.5 for the Chicago Bulls. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please thumbs up. Comment down below if you agree or disagree. A lot of games on today's schedule. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm trying to put these out every day. Tomorrow might be, hopefully I can get to it. I might have a busy day tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright guys, I'll see y'all in tomorrow's NBA Picks video. Watch out for my other content. I don't think I'll be doing a food review until the weekend. But Warzone, you know what it is. Alright, catch y'all in the next one.